Hi lads, this video is going to go through the 2019 section C question. So the image on the right shows the Louis Vuitton retail store in Singapore. The design comprises a steel framed glass building with irregularly shaped faces. Figure C3 shows the elevation, plan and end view of a model of part of the building. Part A, draw the given elevation, plan and end view. Part B, determine the dihedral angle between surfaces A and B. Part C, determine the true shape of the vertical surface C and the true shape of the inclined surface B. And then part D, determine the horizontal and vertical traces of surface B. So part A is simple enough. Just using the measurements given, you can draw the elevation, plan and end view. So just to speed up the video, I've that already drawn out. So next part, part B, determine the dihedral angle between surfaces A and B. So the line that's common between surfaces A and B is this line here. So that's what joins A and B together. You can see A is hidden. I've put it in with colour. There's an edge view, but A is hidden underneath that. So when you look down top, you can't see that surface as a result. So I have it coloured in, but you can see there with the hidden detail line. And that line is common between A and B as a result. So the first thing we need to do is look in perpendicular to that, see the true length of the line of intersection. And as always, we go 2 views back for our measurements. So 1 view back is into our plan, 2 views into our elevation. That point there is on the ground. We take it back out, it's there. And then we have this height here. We follow it down, follow it out. And there we have then our line of intersection. So we'll need more points than that when we're getting our dihedral angle. So I'll take the remaining points for surfaces A and B up. And just extend my XY line there each side as well. So this other point on surface A, this one here, it's the same height already that I have. So follow it down, follow it out, and connect those two together. And then this point here is on the ground, so I can connect those two together. And there I have surface A, and then surface B, I need to take across those 2 points as well there. And just extend that out further. And my 2 heights, once again, you can see there, that point there is on the ground, and this point here, we follow it up, is that height. So I can take that height there, follow it down, and follow it up. Connect those 2 together, and now I have surface B. So the main thing I've got there is the true length of my line of intersection. And now I need to look along that to see it as a point view. So I extend that out there. And then I'm going to create a second auxiliary. As always, when you're seeing it as a point view and you look back, both distances are the exact same. So I can follow that up and out, and I get 1 point there. That's the point view of my line of intersection. It's the exact same again for A. Take all my points for A up. As always, going 2 views back for my distances. So for example, this corner here, I take that distance back, follow it out, and then I take this point back here and follow it out. And what should happen is all 3 points should form a line like that there. And it's the exact same again for surface B. So just extend these out a bit further. And these happen to be on the same line here. So I'll take that first distance, make sure to follow it up to there, and then following this one out, which is the furthest point away, and take that up to there. And once again, you can see they line up, giving you your dihedral angle in between. So just using a colour to show the edge view of my planes, I can use that blue line there, and then use my orange line to represent surface A there as well. So that completes part B of the question. Part C then asks me to determine the true shape of the vertical surface C and the true shape of the inclined surface B. So for C, we already have a true length here because that line is parallel to XY line, therefore that's a true length. So what I'm going to do is create an auxiliary view looking back perpendicular to this. And then I have that point there and that point there. Take my X1, Y1 there. I'll just mark that as my X2, Y2 as well. And just draw that in heavy. Now my heights, as always, I go 2 views back. So I have my first height here, follow that down, follow it out. And this height here, follow it down and follow it out. And I connect those together. That'll give me the true shape of surface C. And just use a green colour again to show that. The other surface is surface B, and for this one here I'm going to use a rebatment for it. So basically I'm going to look along the base line there, see surface B as an edge view, and then rotate it back, flatten to the ground and back into the original view. So it's like taking the set square if that was a triangular surface, and you can see it's off the ground, it's at an angle, we can't see the true shape of it. We imagine that this line here is our hinge point, and we're going to rotate it down and around till it's flat on the ground so we can see it as a true shape. So the first thing I'm going to do is look along that line there. I'm going to create an X1, Y1 line here. Extend this one up a bit higher here, and just extend that up a bit higher there as well. That line there is on the ground, and then all I just need is my highest point here because I already have my line drawn out, and where this line here hits it, that's going to give me that height automatically anyway, so I don't need to mark that off. For this surface here, I'm going to use the blue colour again to show that that's my edge view there. And now what I'm going to do is rotate it back around to hit the ground. So for example, my very top point here, when I rotate that back into position, there it is lying on the ground there. And then my last one here, rotate that around, it's lying on the ground there. And they both go back perpendicular to my x1, y1, or basically parallel to my baseline that I would have taken up originally. So, for example, this point here is this one. So I take that down and around. I'll be taking it out to hit it. So I just need to extend this further. Take it out perpendicular here. That's my point there. Remember, this has been my hinge. If I just draw on that, if you imagine there are two hinges there. Have that connecting to there. And now I need my top point. So that goes out perpendicular. And there it is there, rotated around. I need to now just take it back across to meet it. And there's that point there. That connects to there. And that connects to there. And it looks a bit messy, but there is our true shape of B. And once again, you can just use colour to show it. So two different methods there to solve a true shape. You could use rebatment for surface C as well, if you wanted to rotate either this one up here or rotate it all the way around. It would just interfere with your end view as well, but either method is fine to solve the question. And the last part then is part D, and needs to determine the horizontal and vertical traces of surface B. So the ones we know already are the traces of a plane basically where the oblique plane intersects with the horizontal plane, the vertical plane. We can see here that this line here, which is this one, is on the ground. That means that's where the vertical trace, or sorry, the horizontal trace already occurs. So very simply, all we have to do is extend this line out to hit our XY line above. So extend that out there, and it just goes a bit further than that. So there we have our horizontal trace. I'll just extend it a bit further out this way as well. Put HT there for a horizontal trace, and to find any point for the vertical trace, all we simply do is take any other point parallel to our trace. For example, our top point here, take that out parallel, hits the plane there, or it's the XY line there, take it up and take it across to meet it. Next is a point in our vertical trace. We already have a point in our XY line, and we simply join them together like that there, and that gives me my vertical trace as a result. So hopefully that video helps anybody who may have been stuck on any of the parts there.